All right, guys, so I just watched Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4, and I thought this was another solid episode. So we start off with a flashback to basically how Peacemaker's dad discovered the portal, which then led to him being the White Dragon. I will say this part is kind of convenient because there's an interdimensional alien. Seems like he just happened to be in the woods. I mean, they don't explain how he got there. I guess they don't need to. It's fine, but I mean, it is a convenient thing at the end of the day. Maybe they'll get into it in future episodes. I kind of like the idea of like his dad being like a super genius mad scientist character. I thought that was kind of interesting. They basically confirm in this that he's not that. He just like lucked out on finding this portal. Although, I mean, at the end of the day, he still has to know how to make like the White Dragon suit and whatnot. So Adebayo asked Chris that question, and then he said that there is an answer to it, but he didn't want to talk about it. So maybe we'll explore all of the intricacies of that in future episodes. But yeah, we basically get more information on the origin of Peacemaker and White Dragon and all of that. I will say the comedy actually largely worked for me in this episode. Like this scene here where they're all riffing and going back and forth with each other. In previous episodes, like some of these scenes were a little like cringy, and it's like, okay, James Gunn is doing his James Gunn thing. But honestly, for me, all that stuff actually really worked in this episode. I do really like how Economos remains being a bro. He's given so many opportunities to just betray Chris, and he just like refuses to do so, which I think is really cool. You know, he's definitely been one of these characters that we saw previously in the DCEU. He's carrying through into the DCU, and you really are sort of seeing him kind of evolve in a sense of changing from being this like wimpy character to being somebody that's willing to stand up for his friends. I think that's cool. Although I'm trying to remember, didn't he also stand up to Amanda Waller in the Suicide Squad? Is he the one that knocked her out? But either way, he knocked this guy out. He knocked out the eagle hunter guy, and he basically set him off on like a revenge quest. So now there's going to be like a subplot, I guess, of this eagle hunter guy having a rivalry with Eagly. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I could totally see that being a subplot that we cut back to throughout the rest of the season. I hope that happens, and it's just this like Looney Tunes-esque back and forth with Eagly and this guy trying to take each other out. I think that's actually going to be really funny. We see Harcourt essentially being Brutus, deciding that she's going to betray Chris. And I also really like this moment where we get to see her interact with Rick Flag Sr., because we obviously saw at the beginning of last week's episode that she had a relationship with Rick Flag Jr. And so I kind of like that we get this interaction between her and his dad,